Welcome to my class, student. It's class 8 English grammar. We are doing chapter 3 clauses, and this is an adjective clause, and this is session 2. In the first session I have explained you all the types of clauses, its definition, types of clauses, subordinate clauses, coordinate clause, relative clause, and now we will read individually what are the adjective clauses. As you have read or you know what are the adjective clauses, a clause that works as an adjective is called adjective clauses. Let's see. An adjective clause, also called an adjectival or relative clause, will meet three requirements. What are the three requirements? It will contain a subject. Subject is the first one, and subject can be noun or pronoun. And then it must have a verb. That means subject plus verb. This is the first requirement, subject plus verb. Second, it will begin with a relative pronoun. It will begin with a relative pronoun. What are the relative pronouns? Who, whom, whose, that or which. Or a relative adverb. That is when, where or why. Right? So here you are seeing that there are three requirements. Second of this is it must be begin with a relative pronoun. Finally, it will function as an adjective answering the questions what kind, how many or which one. Right? This is the thing, adjective clause is like it answers the questions what kind, how many or which one. This is the third one. Now, an essential adjective clause provides information that is necessary for identifying the word it modifies. Now, what does it mean? An adjective clause, it provides information about the thing that is very necessary. So, here we are seeing again the pattern. Relative pronoun that I have told you, adjective clause must have first a relative pronoun or adverb plus subject plus verb. And the example, whose big brown eyes pleaded for another cookie. And always remember, these are the subordinate clauses. These are the types of subordinate clauses. As these are the types of subordinate clauses, these are all subordinate clause. This is a type of subordinate clause. Adjective clause is a type of subordinate clause. So you won't get a complete meaning. You will get incomplete thought. Once it will be joined to another clause, then only a complete sense will come. So the thing is that here you are seeing how you will identify whether this is an adjective clause or not. First is saying subject plus verb must have, then it will start with relative clause. That means relative pronoun or adverb. I have explained it in the previous class. What are the relative clauses? So you are seeing whose big brown eyes pleaded for another cookie. See, whose is a relative pronoun, eyes is a subject, pleaded is a verb. Understood? But it's not giving you a complete sense, complete meaning. Always remember, adjective clause is a subordinate clause, it's a dependent clause. You need one complete clause to have a complete meaning. But as this is a clause, it has a subject and verb. Here you are seeing subject is eyes and verb is pleaded. So you are seeing subject and verb is here. That means it is a part of a larger sentence. As I have told you earlier, clauses are the part of a larger sentence. Now, Second rule, relative pronoun as subject plus verb that bounced across the kitchen floor. What bounced across the kitchen floor? That is a relative pronoun functioning as subject and bounced with the verb. What bounced? The ball bounced. So that bounced across the kitchen floor. Right? So here you are saying that is a relative pronoun and bounced is a verb, and that is what we are using that as a subject. As a subject. So here it's a clause. Now, adjective clauses do not change the basic meaning of the sentence. In some cases, when they provide more information into a sentence, they need to be set off with comma. When we give extra information about the subject, with adjective clause, when we put some more information, we put commas, right? Otherwise, they don't change the meaning of the sentence. Pizza, which most people love. This is an extra information about pizza. Pizza is what? Which most people love, is not very healthy. The thing is that pizza is not very healthy. This is the clause. But with the adjective clause, we haven't changed the meaning. We have given an extra information which most people love. Right? The people whose names are on the list will go to the camp. Here you are saying we have put comma. Why have you put comma? Because it has provided more information, right? But here I haven't put comma. Why I haven't put comma? Because here it is related with the sentence. That is, the people whose names are on the list. This is an adjective clause. Will go to the camp. We can see the people listed. The listed people, the people whose names are on the list, will go to the camp. So the thing is that here we haven't given any extra information. Here this clause is used as an adjective, so we need not to put commas. Understood? So when we will go through the sentences in which you will find commas, so you will understand, yeah, this is an adjective clause as it is given extra information, so comma is needed. But when it is in continuation of the sentence, so comma is not required. An adjective clause with a subject pronoun such as which, that or who can also be shortened into a phrase. So you can shorten an adjective clause in two ways. Now, clauses can be shortened as a phrase. And what is the phrase? It is just a group of words. It doesn't have its own meaning. So as you know, an adjective clause is a subordinate clause. So you can use it as a phrase also by putting only a subject pronoun. See? Now if you are saying subject pronoun and verb, we can make it a phrase because phrase doesn't have any subject. Adjective clause, the books which are lost are not really necessary. This is the word. This is how a clause can be turned into a phrase, adjective phrase. See, the book which are lost are not necessary, are not really necessary. So how we can make its adjective phrase? What is the rule? We will have to omit the subject and the verb. The books lost are not really necessary. The books lost are not really necessary. So this has become an adjective phrase. Now omit the subject pronoun and change the verb to form ending in ing. This is again a rule. Omit the subject pronoun. Here that we have omitted the that which are lost. This we have omitted. So the books lost are not really necessary. We have written. And here it is the subject pronoun. We will have to omit it and change the verb to a form ending in ing. For example, the girl who is running is my best friend. See, the girl who is running, this is an adjective clause, and how will you make it adjective phrase? The girl running is my best friend. So, you have omitted the relative pronoun, right? And it has become a phrase. Now, we can add the information by including few more words or by changing the adjective clause to a phrase. So this adjective clause we can again change it into phrase by adding more information. How it can be? Punctuating adjective clause. Now next is, if we put punctuation marks in the adjective clause and if we don't do it with knowledge, then it can give you different meanings. Each sentence will have to decide if the adjective clause is essential or non-essential. As I have told you, if you are giving your subject an specification, an extra specification, that my dog Floyd, then you are giving extra information about that, ki who loves pizza? Who loves pizza has developed this disease. So who loves pizza within inverted comma? So here you will have to understand, you will have to find if that is important or not. If it is adjective clauses, essential or non-essential, and then use comma accordingly. Essential clauses do not require commas. An adjective clause is essential when you need the information it provides. For example, the vegetables that people leave uneaten are often the most nutritious. Here it's given you the information. It is in continuation. The vegetables that people leave uneaten are often the most nutritious, right? For example, what are the things? We just peel off the skin of sometimes vegetables, but that is also very nutritious. This is the meaning of this sentence. Now here comma is not required, but if we choose a specific noun, the adjective clause becomes unessential, non-essential. If particular noun I have used, so adjective clause is non-essential. Then broccoli, noun is here, then comma, which people often leave uneaten. So this is what, which people often leave uneaten. This is an adjective clause. But as we have added noun, so it has become non-essential. So that means we will have to put comma, and thus requires comma to separate it from the rest of the sentence. Broccoli is very nutritious, but the non-essential adjective clauses which people often leave uneaten. So you are seeing where the adjective clause is essential. There we need not to put comma, punctuation mark, but where it is an unessential, as I have written or we have added a noun, then it is very it need to be separated by commas. So what have we learned? We have learned much about the adjective clause. We have learned how it is working with a relative clause as a relative clause, and what are its patterns, how to write a proper adjective clause, and where to put commas, where not to put commas, and how to include it in your writing, make it a part of a sentence. If you go through the slide again and again, you will get the knowledge of this, and easily you can understand how important an adjective clause is, and you can start utilizing this in your writing. Many times we write sentences with the adjective clause, but as we are not knowledgeable about it, we cannot name it. But now you have a full information of an adjective clause. With the examples, I have tried to explain it in an easier way. So go to your lessons, wherever you find any story or any composition, you must find this adjective clause, because adjective clause work as an adjective, and it's very important, and it is written by writers everywhere. It is used by writers everywhere. So have a good revision. In the next class we will meet again. Till then, bye. Thank you.